Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. And now, celebrating 15 years of broadcasting, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, whether you're tuning in on the radio dial here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM or through WYADonline.com. We're glad you all could join us. Also, those tuning in through online affiliates around the world, including iHeartRadio and Conversations Radio Network. We're glad you guys can join us as well. One of the things I always try to do on this program is not only be able to introduce you guys to some great guests, but also to give you guys some inspiration and motivation along the way. Our next two guests, I think, will definitely deliver on both elements of that. I'm excited to welcome brothers Jordan and Ian Kay to our program today of Cisco Sales Corporation. We're going to talk to them not only about their journey as entrepreneurs, but also about two of the products that I've been able to see them introduce to the world. One of them I'm actually using myself. We'll talk about that, as well as, of course, what it's been like for them as entrepreneurs to be able to do work that they love, to kind of overcome challenges that may come their way, but also what they want you all to know as consumers about their two products. Jordan, Ian, hello to you, and welcome to the program.
How are we doing, Cyrus? Good to be here, buddy.
Hey,
Thank you for having us.
The pleasure's definitely all mine. Hey, the pleasure's definitely all mine. Thank you all so much. And we're going to get into the two products. And for those who don't know about them, the two products are the Rally Flip Cap as well as the Beckford Bar. We'll get more into that a little bit later. But Jordan, as I mentioned, you guys are with Cisco Sales Corporation. Tell our audience a little bit about the company and how you guys have been involved.
Yeah, so Cisco Sales Corp, it's a family business. For over 42 years, our family business, it's been bringing solutions to those who need a reliable manufacturing source. Cisco's full-service manufacturing capabilities are in product development, prototyping, sourcing, engineering, consulting, creative, logistics, along with customs clearance and delivery. So we fulfill promotional consumer goods, licensed products, but what really sets us apart within the industry is our expertise on custom projects. So really specialize in bringing ideas to life. And, so we ended up, the business was started in 1977. I was just coming off of college, and this is just how we got thrown into the business as well as our entrepreneurial journey. 2009, it was very tough times, and, like a lot of businesses, our family business had to downsize 75%. So we did not go into a business that was flourishing. We had a foundation, but then, just through hard work, grit, and, a burning desire to make our family business still alive and float, that's when the other aspects came into fruition. And, we've always been making products for other people and been doing it 42 years, like I said, but what we ended up doing is say, hey, we've been doing all these products for other people, it's time to do something for ourselves. And that's where it kind of stemmed from.
Got you, and we're going to get into those. Ian, I want to go to you for a second because as Jordan was going to talking about the backstory, talking about the history, one of the things I thought about is how, for one thing, anytime you're starting anything, it's great to be able to work with people that are as passionate about that project or product as you are. Has that been one of the great things for you in working with your brother and the family and being able to know that you guys have the same interests when it comes to producing a quality product, but also doing something that you really believe in?
No, yeah, totally. Growing up, we saw the habits and the work ethic of our father and helped him going to trade shows. And we're always around people. Like my brother and I grew up loving being around people of all facets of life. But from Jordan and I, we were very rambunctious kids. I struggled with ADHD in school and stuff. And from building forts to doing, mischievous things as children and setting up our lemonade stands, we've always been best friends and close really growing up. But I had no idea that we would really go into business together. And as Jordan was saying, being thrown into it back in 2009, I took a year off of school and just decided to go help our dad and work in the warehouse for free of our company. And really, we did a lot of learning, and we were servicing our clients and did a lot of promotional products and things. But to come into that, to open the hood of a car, to look behind the business and know that we saw what wasn't working and what we needed to kind of what we sensed would be a good direction. And that's kind of Jordan thinking of the Rally Flip Cap coming out of that happened. But it's amazing working with Jordan. At the end of the day, we know how to push each other's buttons. We know how to pull each other. We really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who gets the job done as long as it gets done, and he has my back, you know. And I just feel like being a brother and us playing sports, I played sports, he played sports, like in the business world, a lot of people don't understand this, but it's there's no I in team. So it's all about teamwork. It's all about, you know, like football and NFL, you know, Super Bowl's coming up. You know, if the whole team wins a Super Bowl ring. So people don't realize that, yeah, it's my brother and I, but we have a team here. We have our community that we're building, and, you know, we don't do it by ourselves, but we have each other at the end of the day. So it's just been a lot of learning, and we're still learning on our journey as we speak.
Right. And I'm so glad you mentioned, Ian, kind of teeing up for the first product that we're going to be talking about, and that is the Rally Flip Cap. So, Jordan, I'm going to go back to you, because one of the things I thought when I was prepping for this segment is that I think one of the reasons why I've been enjoying doing this show now for 15 years is because it doesn't feel like work. It's something I'm genuinely passionate about. I love conversations like this. I love learning about things that our guests are doing and sharing that information. The idea for Rally Flip Cap came from something that you saw yourself while at a game. Kind of take us through how it all came to you and what it was like for you to go from having the idea, Jordan, to now, of course, having the Rally Flip Cap available to purchase.
All right, great. No, happy to do that. So, I mean, going back, so like I said, when we were building back the business, we're thinking about creative ways to build it back up. And we thought, hey, always thinking of things to bring back and to show what we are as a business. Rally Flip Cap came to fruition. I was actually at a baseball game, Major League Baseball game, and, rally time in baseball, if you've ever been to a ball game, people, it's tradition, people flip their hats inside out, and to spark a rally. I saw that and I said, first of all, there has to be a better way to do that, not take your eye off the game and doing like that. And went to the drawing board. And when we went to the drawing board, started with prototypes, having that burning desire from prototypes to the patent process, and then just building it from there. But the idea started at a baseball game, and, every idea to going back to the process is, you need to take action. I mean, ideas are ideas, but action is everything. And don't get me wrong, even through actions, we had pitfalls along the way with developing it, making sure our factory and everything was right. And, it was all a process, but it did stem from Major League Baseball.
Amazing. So, Ian, for you, when Jordan first told you about this idea, what was your thought about it?
Well, we actually, I think for a couple of months sat on it, didn't do anything. And I remember he just was so smiley and giddy talking about, this is cool. I love wearing my hats, and not only this is going to be amazing for, the fans and rallying, but, I don't have to ruin my hat, Ian. And then, I remember at first, I was really interested. I remember I made some mock-ups on Photoshop, and I put, a logo on a hat, and then a before picture, and then, after when the bills flip up. And Jordan didn't go into it, but, our hats, people don't even know that they flip up. So it's kind of like a hidden flip-up feature. But I remember him telling me, and I was very excited. I was the first one to adapt or to really accept his idea. And, and just from me learning, from reading, like you said, it's all about learning from failures, from other people, and that's how you get new knowledge from people and from reading things and learning from experience. But I had no idea that, it was going to, we would actually go to, take action to, bring it to market. So, I had no idea.
Right. And not only did you guys bring it to market, I mean, you guys were giving an amazing platform to be able to introduce it. Jordan, what was that experience like for you to have the idea, to then, of course, to bring it to market, as Ian was saying, and then, of course, to be able to present it and to get the response you've gotten? It's a dream. It's a dream in itself. I mean, just creating something and from the mind and into tangible form, that's just something that we're so humbled to be able to do. And I mean, words can't really explain. It's just to see, it's like a baby, you nurture it, you build it, and it comes to fruition. So I'll chime in, Jordan. The first time we really showed people and showed the public was back in 2014 in Hermosa Beach, California. We worked a street fair,
And there was a lot of people, the feedback was great. There's a lot of people that didn't understand it. And Jordan and I at the time, as much as we talked about how this is a rally cap, it's for baseball, it's fun, people still didn't understand it. And that's kind of, like the biggest thing that we've learned is educating the market. And then people ask, why should I flip it up? And the response at that in 2014, almost 5 years ago, it's a little child still, it's a baby, the Rally Flip Cap and the brand and everything. But we got a great response. There's a handful of people that said, "That's amazing, that's so cool. Like, what is it?" And then they would say, like, you guys should go on Shark Tank. We're like, "Hey, thank you." Like, and we saw responses. People said, "That's awesome. Like, I want one for my school, for my alma mater." When we first launched, we only had dry erase versions, and they were all black hats. Then we actually came out, so the dry erase version of our hat has a whiteboard, so you can write stuff. So people loved that you could customize a hat. We have another version too, so there's just two versions right now, a dry erase. The other version is called a classic, where you can actually have like color, graphics, logos, and it's additional advertising space pretty much for teams or for anyone that wants to put their logo. And then people saw that, they loved it. So at first, that's kind of like where we started with that response. And like a lot of people don't know this, but we did the trademark of Rally Flip Cap, and we did the patents first, like back in 2013, and that took a year or two to pen. But it really is a startup. We have the ability to take our time, really building this market and building our own community of Rally Flip Cap and making hats more fun. The mission of the product, even though it stems from baseball, our mission is to empower people, to express themselves, and we stand for being different because normal is boring. So you're able to stand out from the crowd. People use it for sporting events when there's fans of everything. That's why it's called a fanatic. So, over the couple years, though, it's allowed us to learn more about our target demographic. It's allowed us to learn more about how do we really create a product that serves the need of the customer. Because at first, people didn't understand it, and that's why, we went back to the drawing board, and we've had a lot of failures with molds and things that weren't working. But it's, at the end of the day, like, there's a lot of people that build, like, I only know from my experience that you don't want to build something that no one knows anything about. You have to share that idea with the world. You have to, be confident and be courageous to put it out there. That's like what artists do. They create. So that's kind of what we did.
Right. And I think, that goes to everything that you guys have been able to do. We're going to talk more about another product. I want to say for those who are just tuning in, either on the radio side or online, you're listening to Conversations Live. We're excited to welcome brothers Jordan and Ian K to our program today. We're talking to them not only about the work they've been able to do with their family business, Cisco Sales Corp, but also some of the products that they've been able to be a part of, including, we just heard us talk about the Rally Flip Cap, but also the product that I got to know from you guys is the Beckford Bar. And that led me then to find out later about the Rally Flip Cap. So I want to go back to you, Jordan. Talk to us about what it's been like for you to see the response to that, because I think one of the cool things about the Beckford Bar and the Rally Flip Cap is that people are able to be introduced to it in many ways through social media, namely with Instagram. That's one of the platforms you guys really use. I mean, what has it been like for you to share this tool that people can use to add to their exercise regimen, Jordan?
Oh, it's been amazing. I mean, we wanted to bring a product to market that helps people get in better shape, and the linear motion. Ian can talk more about the actual product and how it works, but it is, it's a linear motion push-up bar. We brought it to market with our client Tyson Beckford, and we actually co-founded it, helped develop, engineer it, and brought it to market. But our model has been direct to consumer right now on Instagram, primarily as our main outlet. And we're putting together, various workout videos showing, functionality and fitness and the various movements of the bar. But yeah, Ian, if you wanted to chime in, because I'm sure.
No, sure. And the response is amazing. So, our target demographic are, people that are consistently living that fitness lifestyle. If it's 3 to 4 days a weekend warrior, but calisthenics, body weight training. Tyson Beckford has been doing that for years, and it goes aligned with his fitness routine. So the target demographic are people that are doing body weight exercises, push-ups, pull-ups, natural movement. And what we're really trying to promote is functional fitness. We're helping people get into better shape because it's portable. So in the comfort of their home, they can take it with them anywhere. So since it's a sliding push-up bar, like Jordan said, there are ball bearings in the red handles that slide over the bar. So the sliding push-up exercise takes a lot of balance, focus, and it's very unstable. It's stability training in a way, because beginners should start off on their knees, but doing it, you're in a plank position, so you're targeting your core the whole time. And Tyson has been using it on the road and part of his lifestyle. So, entrepreneurs, people that are on the go, people that, need to get that workout in or whatever, it's great for upper body, chest, and full body strength. But it totally develops your chest and core, and it helps build your muscle and strength and the balance required. It's pretty much a fitness. And you know what a Bosu ball is. You turn a Bosu ball upside down, and it's a half medicine ball in a way, and you can do push-ups on that, and it's very unstable. But the Beckford bar is just more challenging, and you're getting more bang for your buck doing push-ups on it. And the last thing I want to say before Jordan or you go is it's really amazing building the community on Instagram with workouts with Beckford bar and our hashtag Beckford bar, because we find out every day people doing different exercises with it, getting creative, pushing it to the limit. So we're pumped. My brother and I are pumped, helping people get in a better shape, and we're building this community around the Beckford Bar and Team Beckford Bar.
Right. Jordan, I want to go to the community aspect in social media, because I think, it really surprises me that in 2019 that there are so many people who still don't realize the power of social media, especially a platform like Instagram that not only allows us to be able to share photos and videos, but even as I've seen Ian doing, being able to actually share lives where he's actually using the bar, demonstrating different techniques. I mean, do you think because you all realize the power of social media, that is one of the ways that you guys have been able to really be at the forefront when it comes to not only the Rally Flip Cap, but also the Beckford Bar?
Oh, no, totally. I mean, the Instagram platform, it's one of those beasts that is very positive in so many different ways. So, I mean, you build community, you get feedback, build, measure, learn, and it's a free platform. So, I mean, it takes work to put it in, but at the same time, the benefits with everything, with engagement and everything, that's how you really grow something. And in this day and age, there's areas in the world that's drying up, and there's areas in the world that's flourishing. Social media is one of those entities that, people that we recommend tapping into if you haven't done it yet, just to find yourself community-wise, but also, building for what you want to build.
Yeah, and I'll chime in too. Just, a couple of years back, everyone asked, what's your website? Now it's more about what's your social media. So we were very tied in with what's going on with where's people's attention, and we're a big fan and consider Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, a mentor of ours, and he states that, the definition of social media is the current state of the internet. And, Instagram, there's a lot of facade out there. There's a lot of authenticity. And I feel like just through learning from Rally Flip Cap and learning through going out in public and going to places to show and demonstrate the bar and Flip Cap, we really got a sense of awareness of who we are to explain why we're doing what we're doing and what we're doing. And we love building and growing and learning every day. And I just feel like Instagram has been an amazing platform that truly, is just revealing us for who we are. I just feel like that's what social media is doing. People don't know how to put a finger on it. I really feel like it's just really exposing who people are for the good and the bad. And at the end of the day, I mean, everything to a point is subjective. Whatever someone on their account, that's a business, that's a custom brand, that's just their personal, they know what they're posting. They know what hashtags they're putting with their post. It's all subjective. So you really get to get a sense of who someone is or what they're posting just by going on their Instagram. And it's a global platform. People around the globe with no firewalls from China, no firewalls from other countries and things are able to not just exist, but to thrive on the world of Instagram. So it's just, I'm learning every day, but there's the one-on-one engagements, the direct messages, the relationships that we've started and continue to have through Instagram. It's priceless. It's amazing how you can truly connect with people and go from there and document and it's amazing. And I'm so humbled and so grateful in this day and age that we have like these things for us to use. Me growing up with the dial-up on AOL, and having 2 lines taken, so it's amazing.
Yeah. And I want to stay with you for a second. Then we're going to let our audience know how they can find out more information about the 2 products we've talked about here, and as well as what Cisco Sales Corp is doing. But you have kind of become the face of, especially when it comes to the Beckford Bar, when it comes to social media. Has that been a comfortable thing for you to kind of be the person out front, not only demonstrating how it works, being able to introduce it to others, and to be able to share your own regimen? And what has that part of the experience been like?
Sure. So it definitely took me some time. Jordan and our friends and family and people that know us know that Jordan's way more of an extrovert than I am. I'm way more introverted, but I have a background in graphics and art. But to tell you the truth, it really, in the beginning, it was very uncomfortable. You put yourself out there, regardless of what you do, people will judge. But I just feel like I didn't know it at the time. And just a little background about me, I grew up and I actually had challenges. I was born with a failing heart valve. So I've actually had 2 open heart surgeries, and I've been an athlete. But I just, from a young age, staring death in the face and going through those situations, it really shifted my perspective. And I've just been grateful for my life every single day from 7 years old. From 14 years old was my first surgery, and then 25 was my other one. And I also grew up having Tourette syndrome. So that goes down to you saying, are you comfortable with yourself promoting the bar? And, I just from young on and getting bullied and people not understanding me ticking with and struggling with Tourette's, I still struggle with that and my aortic stenosis. But no one knows it because I'm smiling all the time because I'm just a really happy. I'm already happy, and I feel like I didn't know it at the time, but part of my purpose and my gift is to share my happiness with the world. I've been using the bar myself for the last couple of years, and my cardiologist, doesn't want me pumping too much bench press. So I literally only do dumbbells when I'm in the gym, but outside the gym and every other day I'm doing 100 or 80 push-ups on the bar in different variations. So I'm very experienced with it. It takes time to work your way up. It's definitely like an endo board or a type of a skill set that you need to try the bar. But I had no idea that I would be the face of it and working with it right now, even though, Tyson is the face and we're building this together. But at the end of the day, I love educating people. I love being able to go and show them. And Jordan and I too, there's people that want to know how to work out with it. We do one-on-ones. All of our customers and people that have it, we get on the video chat, and we're also creating more, like Jordan said before, we're creating more workout videos on YouTube, workouts with Beckford Bar, and we're working with influencers and personal trainers. So it's just getting started.
Yeah. So a lot more to come, a lot for us to look forward to. Again, everyone, brothers Jordan, Ian, Kay have been our guests of Cisco Sales Corp. We've been talking with them not only about their experience as entrepreneurs, but what it's been like for them to work with the family business and introduce 2 products that I've been able to see them talking about through social media, of course, the Rally Flip Cap that we mentioned at the beginning, and also the Beckford Bars. So, Jordan, I'll throw it back to you at the end. How can our audience be able to kind of follow the journey of what Cisco is doing and also the 2 products we've been talking about?
Yeah, so the 2 products, you can find us on Instagram. It's Workouts with Beckford Bar, Instagram, and then for Rally Flip Cap, it's just Rally Flip Cap, the handle. And then, Ian, if you wanted to chime in.
Yeah, so, and then for Workouts with Beckford Bar, you can get the product on Amazon. With Rally Flip Cap, you can get the product on rallyflipcap.com. And they can just continue to, if you were to give us a follow or not, you can check in. But yeah, we're really documenting the journey on Instagram, and we're through the hashtags of Beckford Bar and hashtag Rally Flip Cap. So that just goes very well with the product and the brand.
Right, and for those who are joining us online, we'll be sharing that information in the notes with this podcast. Jordan, Ian, thank you so much for the time today. Really appreciate it, and looking forward to our next conversation together.
Thank you, Cyrus. We appreciate you, buddy.
And we appreciate you and your support and everything that you're doing for your community that you're building and giving everyone this insight. Really appreciate you and connecting, and thank you so much for this opportunity.
No, the pleasure's definitely all mine, guys. Looking forward to having you back again soon. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. And if you guys came in late and you missed part of the conversation with Jordan and Ian, don't worry. Thanks to our online friends, you all can catch the replay after we go off the air. The link is already available through our social media site. So head over to facebook.com/CyrusWebb or go to twitter.com/CyrusWebb. If you click on the link there, you can listen to the show completely for free and share with your friends from there too. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Make sure you take out time to enjoy some good music as well as a great book. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Let's make it a great one.